welcome to 404 Site Not Found for June 19th, 2025. I'm not going to talk too much. I don't think we have too much to say because we have a long demonstration for you of Simplisafe.
Very long.
In this episode, we are going to set up a few devices, talk about the app, and there will be another episode which you'll kind of hear us discuss as this goes on. I think we were making plans as we recorded.
It is the Simplisafe saga.
Yeah. So this podcast will be in a couple parts, but this part deals with the app and setting up a few devices and telling you how the system works and giving you some tips and stuff.
That's about all its new hero, and the bird feeder's cool.
Oh, we got to talk about the bird feeder. Really quick.
Take a minute to talk about the bird feeder.
We got a BirdFi, and it's really cool. It's a smart bird feeder. It lives in our backyard, and it tells us all of our feathery pals that come to visit. And if you follow me on Mastodon, you probably see me posting pictures and videos.
I don't think they're on the LWorks account.
No, they are not. Maybe I should start putting them over there. But there's been a lot of bird pictures and videos and stuff. Some with sound, actually. We've gotten some good chirps. But it's a cool bird feeder. I don't think I can make it interesting in a way that would be like a fun...
Well, the app needs some labels.
Does it
I think
ever?
that is the way to say that, and I don't know if it's possible that we'll be trying to contact the developers or if we're just going to deal with it.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a lot of image.
But anyways, that's the bird feeder. But this episode is about Simplisafe. So let's take it away. And yeah, look out for part 2. We'll be recording it later today. Hopefully. We just got a ladder, and the ladder may have to be...
We just got a ladder.
We just got a ladder. We just got a ladder.
It came from UPS.
Well, I already know what the title of this podcast is going to be.
We just got a ladder.
We just got a ladder. All right, so enjoy the demo of Simplisafe. Hello, and welcome to, I guess, a demonstration of Simplisafe. So I suspect this will be part of like our upcoming podcast. So hi, and welcome to that. There will be a couple components because I was thinking about doing something with one of the cameras as I set it up, but we're currently in the process of getting a stepladder, so that will happen later today. But today I want to talk about the Simplisafe app, kind of what is Simplisafe, how does the app work, and we're going to set up a couple of the devices. So I have a couple sensors set up already, and I have a key fob set up. So we're going to set up the keypad, which is what you would stick to the wall by the door, a fob, which is what you would stick to your keys, and a panic button, which is what you would press if the world is closing in on you or something. So before we do that, let's start with what is Simplisafe. So simply put, Simplisafe is a monitoring home security system, so a home security monitor. And there are a number of different types of sensors that you can incorporate, such as entry sensors, there's carbon monoxide sensors, there are smoke alarms, temperature sensors. They also have water sensors. So maybe you want to put one in the basement. If it floods, you get heads up on that.
And I will interject and say it is spelled Simplisafe, Simplisafe.
Yes.
Simplify.
There's no...
There's no Y in Simplisafe.
But it's like Simplisafe. So I call it Simplisafe. I think it is Simplisafe. Like you said, to simplify your safety. I suspect that's...
It does that well.
It's a portmanteau of... And I love that word, by the way. Portmanteau is a great word. It is such a cool French word. So all sorts of things. There are cameras. There is a doorbell. There are glass break sensors. There are motion sensors. And they're all like plug and play add-on, very simple things. And they're great. So it's a very modular system. Everything is wireless. Everything just sticks to the wall or the window or the door. So very easy if you're going to move. It's great. It's not my first rodeo with Simplisafe. I am familiar with it. I have used it before. So it's kind of nice to use an old friend. So let's start with the app. obviously, a system is only as good as its app, and for blind people, let's be honest, what is the first thing we think about? Does the app work? Can I use it? The answer is yes, you can, with a couple small caveats. If you are on Android, I will let you know that right now I cannot sign in on Android. I don't know if it's an Android 16 issue or like if it's an issue with the app itself, but I can't sign in. The sign in button is not working. I have also noticed in the iOS app, I can't set a duress pin. And duress pin essentially is, let's say someone breaks in your house and goes, hey, tell me what your pin is or I'll kill you. Well, clearly you want to live, so you're going to tell them your pin. So you can give them a fake pin, which will act like it's disarming the system, but in reality will call the police. So probably a thing that you want to have. And I can't get that to set at the moment.
By the way, your killer voice is hilarious.
Thank you. Well, because, well, no one's going to come into your house and be like, good evening, sir. Please tell me what your pin is, or I will mutilate your personage. Like, it's... Now, maybe they will, but I don't expect that.
Kindly tell me your pin, please.
If you know what is good for you. Yeah. So it's just not going to happen.
It's a demo with some comedy, folks.
That's right.
That's what we do here.
So here we are in the Simplisafe app. At the top, I have a menu button. I'm not going to focus too much on the menu. I'm not going to focus too much on a lot of the stuff, but I am going to focus on this main screen because this is where it all happens. This is your overview screen. And so as I move down, I've got... Yep. Home. So if you have multiple alarms set up, so let's say, for example, we have our system, and then we have, like, my mom's system.
Or a business system.
Yeah, I can switch between them, which is cool. I have an inbox if there's anything that I need to know about. My date. A little pull-down message that I believe just refreshes the screen. Then I get to the stuff that I care about. We have 3 buttons here. Off, home, and away. Off means system's off. Probably want that during the day. Home is what you use when you're at home and maybe you're going to sleep or whatever. Away is when you're leaving the house, and the away has a delay to give you time to walk out the door, lock up, and I believe away is a little more stringent, so we'll talk about that when we talk about the pro monitoring stuff and all that stuff. But away means that you're not at your residence, you're not at your domicile, you have left. And that will change a couple things that you may want to know about. So I'm going to go switch the system over into home. The system is over on our counter. It is wireless. I skipped the podcast on like how to set up the base station. It was very easy. I think Alyssa can attest to how easy it was. It was just done.
Yeah, literally so it does have a cord, but it also does work on battery,
yes.
Right? But
so if you lose power or, if I come and I unplug it from your wall, it's still going to work.
Yeah, so you literally plug it in, it comes on, the app requests Bluetooth permission, it finds it, you scan a little QR code, which apparently is easy to feel, right? It's on a tag on the bottom.
No, it was a little, it was like on a little tag. I just had to home in on it. I needed good light. But it was good to, it was fine.
And it just goes, okay, I'm ready. And in our case, we had to do a quick firmware update, but it let us...
Yeah.
It let him do that.
All right, so I'm going to set to home.
Simplisafe on. Home is arming to home. Home.
And I got a little thing in my app that said home is arming to home.
I just got a notification as well. I set mine up to notify me of changes when
so you got a notification on your...
On my phone.
On your phone. And I do believe there also is an Apple Watch app. So if you can disarm from your watch as well. There may even be a complication for all I know.
Nice. And there is an A-Lady skill.
Yes. So we're going to turn this back off.
Alarm off.
So alarm is off. So you heard that calling from the kitchen. What else do we have on the screen? So we have off, home, away.
Your system is on off mode.
We have what is our system on? It's on off mode. Because my system is new, I'm going to have a couple extra things.
Learn more about what your system is doing in each mode with Simplisafe 101.
Don't care about that.
Let's go. Outdoor protection.
We have outdoor protection off. It says OF, but it's off. Maybe I will get to talk more about outdoor protection later today. If maybe I'll actually get brave and record climbing a stepladder.
If the ladder shows up.
Yeah, if the ladder shows up.
It should.
Then I see my recent status. So it says that the app disarmed the system.
Practice mode, not monitored.
Then I have a little thing that says practice mode. For the first 3 days that you have the system, it is in practice mode because they want you to test it. They want you to set the alarm off. They want you to make sure everything works without calling the police.
So what happens when you set the alarm off? Not that we're going to do that. It's very, very loud.
Everything happens. So what happens when the alarm goes off is a signal is sent to the monitoring center, and they go, hey, this alarm is ringing. So then the the monitoring center calls you and says, hey, you got a thing going on here. Are you safe? If you don't answer, a couple things will happen. They will call the next person. If they don't answer, then they will call the police or fire or whatever. Obviously, with a break-in, it's going to be police. If it's a smoke alarm, I believe that can do fire department as well. So, depending on what parts you have, different things can go off. If you have a panic button, which we'll talk about, then there is settings you can set for that. And then the fobs, I think, also have a panic button on them too.
Yes.
So you can also set what those will do, and we'll talk a little bit about that. If you haven't guessed it yet, and I'll probably said this at the top of the episode, this is going to be a long podcast episode. I suspect it will be hefty. So
Hefty.
A hefty home run.
There you go. Any Cubs fans out there.
So what else we got?
It calls you. I think it also sends notifications. I got a text.
Yes.
When it happens.
You will get texted. Anybody that is listed as a contact will get texted. So if our parents needed to know, we could have them be texted as well.
Practice mode, not monitored. Try an alarm. But add bar.
So then it says try an alarm, which we are not going to do. I'm now at the tab bar at the bottom, and I have a few tabs. We have overview. Cameras, which I can't show you at the moment, but maybe later today I can. Timeline will show all the events. So it shows all the arms, disarms, triggers, delayed triggers, whatever. Whatever happens, it goes.
My system.
And then we have my system.
Selected. My system.
So we're going to go in here and take a quick look at this.
Location settings.
Because we need to be in here anyways. So we have location settings. I am not going to show you those because you don't need to see my actual address. I will tell you, though, that this will let you set where your system is located. It will let you get a copy of your certificate that you can give to your insurance company. It will also tell you about permits. Oh, permits.
New.
Permits. Did you know that in a lot of municipalities, you have to have a permit to have a home security system? Yes, you do. I did not really know this. I learned this last night. So I'm in the process of trying to fix that, which is great because in Oklahoma City, you have to mail it in with a check or money order. I feel like we're in 1995 all over again. But that's what they do here. So that's awesome. So yes, you will need a permit in a lot of municipalities. I will tell you, the system is very good and will warn you. When I got this set up, I actually had an email last night that I just saw, and it was like, hey, you're going to want to know this, but you're in an area that needs this. Some places don't. Some places do. Results may vary.
Pro monitoring.
We have pro monitoring. This is for what's really cool is they will monitor your cameras. So if we have a camera out front and let's say the house is locked up for the night or we are on vacation and someone is skulking around, there's someone monitoring that and going, hey, who are you? Why are you trying to get in their door?
Now that is an extra feature that's not included in the basic plan.
No, it is something that we pay for. But the cameras also need to be plugged into power. We'll talk about that when I'm climbing around on a ladder, hopefully not breaking my skull open. So that's pro monitoring.
Yeah, otherwise we might need an ambulance panic button.
Yes.
Familiar faces specified who is welcome at this location.
Familiar
Identify
faces.
visitor. One
So
face.
that is for people that you know are going to be around. So that me, Alyssa, our friend Randall, Ricky Ravioli, who we all know and love. Not our parents, though. We want this to be like, who are you? Why are you trying to get into the house? I don't know. Maybe the monitor is Arnold. I don't know.
That'd be funny.
The only thing that'd be more amazing if it pulls a RoboCop. You have 15 seconds to comply. That'd be great. So that's familiar faces.
Base station settings.
Base station settings. We can set all sorts of stuff in here, like how long does the alarm go for? How long does it take for the alarm to trigger? How loud is the base station? Did you know that you can turn off the alarm?
Why would you want to do that?
I don't know, but you can. So you can turn the alarm off on the base station. That kind of defeats the purpose, I guess. I don't know.
Device settings.
Device settings. This is what we're going to be into. So 4 devices. Let's go in here. All right, so we have
Front door closed. Refresh.
front door,
Front door closed. Garage closed.
garage,
Side door closed.
side door,
Add device.
and
Key fob.
we have key fobs.
Alyssa.
There's your key fob.
Front door closed.
Yes.
So Alyssa is going to demonstrate how a sensor works. Do you want to demonstrate? Should we demonstrate too? Because we've got two different things.
Oh, yes.
So
Let me do the side door.
we're going to start with the side door.
And get it unlocked, get it open.
Side door. Entry sensor
Refresh.
open.
Button. Front door
So it
closed.
said side.
Garage closed. Side door closed. Button.
Oh, and so it's back to
As I
closed.
close it, it does not announce that the doors are closed. And I'm going to go a little farther away and open
the garage door.
because we set this one to do something a little different.
And I want to see, when you open it, give me a moment, because I want to see if it updates on the screen. I think I have to hit refresh first, but it will actually show you the status of the door.
Add device.
Alright. Opening.
That one chimes.
Side garage. Front door. Refresh.
All right, so leave it open for just a moment.
Dynamic island. Add device. Add device. Side door closed. Garage open.
Yes, so it says garage open. Okay, you can close it. All right, cool. And that won't update automatically. You've got to hit refresh. So, yes, you can see the state of all your doors and or windows. At the moment, I just have them on doors. Windows, I'm going to get to. We're not doing that on stream. I will tell you the sensors are very easy. I will also warn you that if you are putting them near anything that is magnetic, you need to be careful. We wasted one sensor learning that the back door had a magnet on it, and I had to place it slightly differently. So, yeah.
Yes. And the reason for the garage chiming is, well, you heard when the side door opened how loud that was.
Yeah.
And the kitchen, though it is far enough from the bedroom, it is not so far that if you're sleeping and that opens, it's screaming, garage, sensor, open.
Yeah.
It's going to wake you up.
It is. And so you don't want that. I wanted to go take some recycling out this morning, and I waited because I didn't want it yelling across the house. I think the doo-doo is much less...
Yes, but we like to know about the front and side doors.
yes. Okay, so
Side door closed.
And then we
Add
have
device. Key fob.
key
Add.
fob.
Alyssa. But Alyssa.
That is your key fob. So we're going to go add a few devices here that need to get added. We have 3. We're going to start with a key fob, which I'm going to take out of its box. And the key fobs are very nice. I will say, and I'll mention this again when we get to the keypad, but the everything here are buttons. Nothing is touch. So if you're worried, well, I don't want something that has a touch screen, this does not have a touch screen. It does have a top screen that you press on when you're in menus, but you don't need this on the keypad. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But first, let's start with a key fob. Now, one thing that I always hate about everything that I set up is how hard it is. There's always like, look for the blinking light, press this button, do this thing. It's hard. No one likes it. I'm gonna take you through setting this stuff up, and you're gonna see how easy this is. And yeah, I may be technically inclined, but this is so easy.
I feel like we're running an infomercial. Just have to point
I
this
wonder if
out.
they have a referral program. I really do, because I'm honestly really big on Simplisafe.
Add device.
And it's always been one of those things I've really, really been into. But let's add a device.
Close. Button. Setup over VW. Device setup is easy.
So setup overview, and I love it says over VW.
I wonder if they capitalize both the V and the I.
Probably.
Here's an overview of how it works. 1. Night. Setup screen curtain on. Close.
Oh.
Close. Setup over VW device. Here's an overview of how it works. 1. Pair it. Connect your device to your base station. 2. Name it. Give your device a descriptive name. 3. Mount it.
Oh my.
Secure your device with the included screws or adhesives.
You're recording.
I know, but how can you not? Can we use a different term, please?
Install it.
Install it. That would be so much better.
Get started. Button.
All right, so get started.
Get started. Alert. Preparing base station.
So what's happening is it's putting the base station
Button.
into like an offline mode so that we can add
Like a
devices and stuff.
discovery mode, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean,
Close. Button. Burglary sensor.
all right.
3. Entry. Motion. Flash break.
So it's kind of showing all the different types. So let's just,
Motion. 3.
we have 3 entries.
Motion.
There's motions,
Flash break.
glass break,
Arming devices.
arming devices,
Keypad.
keypad,
1.
and key fob. So that's saying we have 1 key fob.
Panic button.
Panic button,
Safety. Hazard.
safety.
And
So
camera
these are all the, like, look at all the stuff in here.
Water.
Water,
Temperature.
temperature. So you could actually put a sensor in here to actually keep like track of what the temperature of the house is. And I've seen them that like will alert you when it's below 40 to keep your pipes from freezing.
Nice.
Yes.
Smoke/co.
So smoke/CO,
Co.
CO,
Smoke.
smoke,
Siren.
siren. So if you're just like, this isn't loud enough, you can go get an external siren and put it on the side of the house. We will not have to do that because the cameras have sirens built in. So I will say, if somebody gets in here, the whole neighborhood's going to know about it.
Which is why you get one of these.
By the way, is what you want when you are getting a security system. Your siren inside the house does nobody any good. Yes, it lets the burglar know that there's a siren, but you don't need to tell the burglar. You need to tell everybody else in your neighborhood that I am being burgled. That is what gets people's attention. And honestly, that's way more effective to scare off burglars than something inside the house. I will say the siren is loud.
It will wake you up.
I don't think it is as loud as it could be. I think it has gotten better. I definitely, we had a siren go off when I had an old system and I didn't hear it from the other room. And I was not impressed. I think they have really improved it because they've taken a lot of feedback on that.
Smart lock.
So the smart lock, you can actually get a smart lock for your door. We are not going to do that here. I think if we get our own house, we will do it.
I know, now I want my own just so we can set up all this fancy stuff.
Right?
We can get Simplisafe smoke alarms and...
Yeah.
Video doorbell pro.
Video Doorbell Pro. I wouldn't mind one of those too. That's kind of like the camera, but you can
It's a
like...
doorbell.
Yeah.
Cameras. 4.
And then we have...
Installed. I'm done.
Okay, so it's showing what's installed. So we have 4 things installed. And so camera, we'll be doing later today.
Camera. Ready.
So let's go back up
Water. Safety. Panic. Key fob. 1.
to
Key fob.
key fob.
We recommend installing your security key fob.
All right. So and what it was doing is it was telling me like we recommend installing in a certain order, and there's like an order on screen of what you should do. Do it however you want to do it. Don't listen to them.
About your device.
All right.
The key fob allows you to conveniently arm or disarm your system with the press of a button when you are within range of the base station, about 30 feet. Adult name and tip. The
Oh.
key fob
I think
allows
I was
you to
more than
conveniently
30
arm or
feet
disarm your
last
system with the
night
press of a button when you
when-
are within range of the base station, about
Yeah.
30 feet. It also has a panic button, which will sound the alarm and alert the monitoring center with a professional monitoring plan. If you accidentally press the panic button, you will need to pick up the call from Simplisafe Monitoring to cancel.
Okay, good to know. So again, I love that it tells you what the device does, what it is,
Name and tip.
and then naming tip.
Name the key fob by who will be the primary user. For example, name is James, and the name will be James key fob. Continue. Button.
Yes, that's what we did with mine. It was Alyssa key fob.
Yep.
Press and hold the red button for 2 seconds.
All right, so press and hold the red button for 2 seconds. What they don't tell you, and I mean, obviously, if you could see it, you would know. The red button is the panic button, and it's on the end of the key fob. So we're going to hold this down.
Key fob. Added.
And
Key fob.
it added a key fob. That was, we're done. We're done. That was it. All I have to do is name it, and we're done.
Device paired. Next. Button. Key fob. Choose a name. Name in your device can help you figure out what was triggered during an alarm. Choose popular names. Last spare. Mom. Dad. Guest. Kids. Show more. Show more.
So we got a bunch of name choices.
Guest. Kids. Mom. Dad. Custom name. Button.
We're going to do a custom name.
Next. Net 0/13. EV. Bedroom. Text field. Cap A. Selected. Cap L. I. A. Delete. M. Done. Next. Button. Next. Alert. Updating device
Your
name.
name's Liam?
Yeah.
Key fob.
Never knew.
Attach your key fob to your keychain for easy access. Tip. If your key fob is lost, access device settings to remove it. Continue. Button. Key fob. Okay. Your Liam key fob is ready for business. Set up another key fob. But continue. Button.
That was it. I mean,
How much easier do you get?
no. How much?
Icon
mean-
installed.
You have to know the red button's the panic button, but
Right.
it's kind of a thing that most people would twig
Right.
to, I think.
Red would be panic.
Like,
Okay.
don't push the big red button unless you need to push the big red button.
So there is a key fob done. Let's do a panic button. Now, I do want to talk about the key fob has 3 buttons. I don't remember what order they go in.
So from the
Are we going for the panic button or from the loop?
panic button.
Okay. So panic button is
it goes-
top.
Yes.
Just so.
So it should go off, home, away.
Oh, and you know what? Because we're in setup, we can't mess with it right now. So off, home, away. Okay, good to know.
And there's in a row. They're little circle buttons. It's like a rectangular.
So home is going to be in
bottom.
the middle. Away will be the closest to the loop. Off is furthest from the loop or closest to the panic button. Now, speaking of panic buttons, let's do a panic button. This was kind of superfluous. I thought it might be good to have. I mean, I don't know if we would ever need it, but I subscribe to the theory of have it and not need it versus need it and not have it. That is just a thing. Okay, so we're taking the panic button out of the box. They actually send screws if you want to mount the panic button to like a nightstand or a closet door or something. So maybe you have a safe room or like a closet, like a shelter. And this could even be for the fire department. This could be for the ambulance. This is not for I'm being burgled. Your panic button, I think, like I said, can be changed to like, hey, I need an ambulance. I fell down and I can't get up. I've fallen and I can't get up.
Or my house is on fire.
Yeah. I mean, you got to set it so like you can't change it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But maybe you have a particular need that you would need a panic button for. I mean, maybe like you live with somebody that has a history of seizures or something, and you know they've had a seizure in the bedroom or something, and maybe that's where they have. I don't know. I'm not a seizurologist, but the point that I'm making is there's definitely
There's a variety of settings that you can use.
Yeah.
Yes, this is going to be a super long podcast.
This is gonna be-
guys.
and
this is going to make up for like the months of content that we missed.
we haven't even gone outside yet. Like I haven't even climbed the house. I'm looking forward to that. I know you are not looking forward to me up on a ladder as much as I'm looking forward to it, but
Yeah, might need to crack a cold one for that.
Burglary sensor S.
yeah, I probably.
not you.
Oh, I could use one.
Not while you're up on the ladder.
More power.
Close. Burglary sensor 3.
All
Entry.
right,
Motion.
so we're
Less
gonna
requirement of
add
keypad. Key fob. Panic button.
a panic button.
Devices. About your device. If you are at home during an emergency, the panic button allows you to press a button and alert our monitoring center with a professionally monitored plan. If you accidentally trigger the panic button, you'll need to pick up the call from Simplisafe monitoring to cancel. They are often placed in the main bedroom. Continue. Button.
Okay, good to know.
Panic button.
I also want to point out one thing that the panic button can do is sound a silent alarm. So maybe you're in a situation where you don't want the alarm to go off. You can.
You see this in businesses a lot. When
Yes.
someone comes in and is trying to hold up a gas station,
They
someone
have
will have
that-
a silent button.
They have
under
that button
the
under
counter.
the counter. Yeah.
Back. Close. Panic button. Info and tips. An alarm will trigger when you hold down the panic button for a full 2 seconds. The
Good
red light
to
at the top right corner
know.
will flash when the panic signal has been sent. The panic button defaults to sending a burglary alarm signal, but it can also be configured for medical or fire dispatch.
Oh, that is great. Also, I love that it's 2 seconds. So you can't just press it and start World War III. You have to go out of your way to make that
this
happen.
happen.
Yeah.
And what does this thing look like? I didn't actually see this one.
Here's
yet.
I'll give you that so you can look at it.
All right, so it's a rectangle, and it's got a big old button on one end that you cannot miss.
Yeah, it's like
big
on the
old round
top.
button.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like a flat rectangle.
But, yeah,
so you could put it on a wall, or you could put it on a nightstand.
Yeah,
It's
you
got
sure
a little
could.
strip on the back, like all these things do.
Continue. Button. Simplisafe. Panic button.
All right, how about we'll have you set this one up. So
Okay.
I'll have you follow the instructions and do it.
What you will need.
All right.
What's in this box? Bullet panic button with mounting plate bullet screws. Optional for permanent installation.
So I love this. It's showing us what this comes with. So we don't even have to like worry about, okay, what do we do? We're getting the instructions.
You will also need, not included, bullet rubbing alcohol or damp paper towel, bullet Phillips number 1 head screwdriver. Optional.
Okay, and that would only be if we're mounting the panic button.
Yes, and you want to take the sticky stuff off.
Right.
Panic button.
Okay.
Pull out the battery tab and press the panic button for 2 seconds.
All right, so
Pulling out.
hold that tab.
Oh,
You gotta tug that tab.
oh my gosh. Oh, there it goes.
There it goes.
And then push it for 2 seconds.
Yeah, hold it down for 2
1,
seconds.
2, release.
There you go.
Panic button. Added.
Boom.
Panic button. Device paired. Next. Button. Panic button. Choose a name. Name in your device can help you figure out what was triggered during an alarm. Choose a name by location or create your own. Popular names. Master PR. Bedroom.
And we're just gonna call it bedroom
Bedroom. Alert.
Yeah.
Updating
because I
device
think
name.
that's where it's
That's
gonna
not only
go.
a bedroom. The other 2 rooms
Panic
are
button.
offices.
Choose a placement. Find a place for your panic button on the wall that will be easy for you to access but won't be accidentally pressed. Make sure it is not within reach of children.
So if we
Yes.
were putting this up,
Placement tip. The keypad also has a panic button on it, so place this one elsewhere for easiest access.
okay, good to know.
Continue. Button. Panic button.
So we're just gonna skip. We don't
I'm
care.
just going to put this. You want me to just put it on the table for
Yeah.
now?
1. Use rubbing alcohol
It's
to
over
clean
by
the
our
surface of the wall.
Christmas house.
Yep.
Yeah, we still have our winter decorations.
So it's showing us the instructions. We're gonna skip these.
Continue.
We're not mounting this thing anywhere.
Panic button in. Set your panic button alarm behavior.
Oh, and you can set it right here.
Choose how your panic button will behave when pressed. Silent alarm silently notifies the monitoring center. You will not be called prior to dispatch action being taken.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
Selected. Audible sounds the alarm silent.
I like
silently.
The silence.
the silent.
Agreed.
Selected. Audible fire sounds and evacuation alarm notifies the monitoring center. You will be called before dispatch is requested.
Oh.
Switch button. Medical notifies the monitoring center of a medical emergency. You will be called before dispatch is requested. Switch button.
So I guess technically, if you needed multiple of these for different things, you could have
Flag
them.
selected.
I'm gonna set it to medical. I feel like that would be the biggest need for something.
Disabled. No alarm notification will occur when the button is pressed. Switch button.
I don't know why you would do that, but if you're really worried about it, yeah, you could do that.
Continue. Continue. Selected. Medical. Continue. Button.
Yeah, I
Continue.
feel like we
Alert.
have enough
Updating device
ways
settings.
to send
Select panic button.
for help for
Yeah.
burglary, but yeah, medical could
Okay.
be.
Your bedroom panic button is ready to go. Set up another continue. Button.
Continue. All right.
I'm done. Button. I'm done.
I am not done.
Cameras.
We are going to set up one more thing today. 2 more things, but
One is going to happen right now.
yeah, the other one's going to happen later.
Separate recording.
Whenever, yeah. All right, so we're going to set up the keypad.
And then are we going to cobble the 2 recordings together, or is it going to be a part 1 and part 2?
Let's see how long this comes out to be. I wonder if we should do 2 parts.
Yeah, making meeting decisions as we
We're
go.
going to make
This
you,
is
maybe
how
we
go.
should make people wait. You have to comment and say you like this podcast to get the outdoor recording or something.
Yeah,
I don't
if
know.
you would like to unlock part 2.
Yeah. So this keypad, I want to talk about keypads for a minute because keypads are the bane of everyone's existence. Every place now does these keypads with touch screens. ADT, I'm looking at you. I think Vivint does the same thing, or whatever they're called. I call them Vivint.
Oh, the ring people?
No, they're the other people. They're the what are they? They're out of they've got the arena or something. I guess it's the Delta Center now. But they were like the Vivint Smart Home Arena or whatever. And they're another one. All these companies use these touch screens, except for our friends at Simplisafe. This keypad has buttons that you can feel that are real buttons that you can press. It's great. There are 4 rows of buttons. We have like a home, an off, home, away, or whatever. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Menu, 0, delete.
I only have one small nitpick.
There's no dot on the 5. Yeah, Alyssa does not like that.
And maybe that's just weird to me, but thankfully there's enough other ways to disarm it that it's not a huge thing, but it's like, I have about 30 seconds, or maybe a little more, a little less, and if we have to make it happen, like that's how, if I have to go to the store or go to the bank and enter a PIN, I look for the 5.
Yep.
Close.
So,
Back.
let's add this keypad.
Close. Burglary sensor S. 3. Entry. Motion. Blast. Arming the keypad. 2. Keypad. Devices. The keypad, along with the Simplisafe app, is how you will arm or disarm your system. It should be placed near the entrance you use most frequently, inside the home. The keypad also has a red panic button on the top, which will sound the alarm and alert the monitoring center with a professional monitoring plan. If you accidentally press the panic button, you will need to pick up the call from Simplisafe monitoring to cancel. Continue. Button.
Okay, that's good to know.
Keypad. Info and tips. You can install your keypad and then leave it on the wall while you continue setting up devices with the app. You won't need to use it until you're done with setup.
So they wanted me to do the keypad first. I didn't do that. I'm also not going to put this on the wall immediately, so it's just going to hang out on the table with me. But you can mount it. There are 4 sticky plate things. We're putting it right above our light switch.
All these things have sticky plates and screws, and you can pull off the sticky things, and that's why it says use rubbing alcohol.
The camera's got screws. I will be putting that on later today. That'll be fun.
Video.
We have a video.
Navigate on the keypad by pressing down on the sides of the screen.
Okay, so that's how you navigate. You'll press like up.
And they do click,
Yeah.
but pretty much everything you need to do on that you can do in the app these days.
Yes. As far as I know, there's not too much that we have to do, which is good.
And if we ever do have to, there's Ira.
And the keypad does not talk. There are no built-in accessibility features, so that's kind of a downer, but oh well.
Continue.
That I know of. Wouldn't it be funny if there was?
Yes.
And I didn't know about it.
Keypad. What you will need. What's in this box? Bullet keypad and mounting plate with adhesive bullet screws, optional for permanent installation. You will also need bullet rubbing alcohol or continue.
So the standard stuff.
Keypad. Pull out the battery tab and wait for it to power on.
All right, pull out the battery tab and wait for it to power on.
If the app doesn't automatically pull out the battery tab and wait for it to power on.
Oh, interesting.
If the app doesn't automatically advance, please press any of the side buttons on the screen. You don't need to do anything else on the keypad.
Really? All right, here we go. All right, so we're just going to wait for it to power on. It may take a moment, but I believe that's why we enable Bluetooth, because I think that it talks to something or does something.
Yeah, I noticed it didn't do the... Oh.
Keypad. Added.
I literally did nothing. I just sat here. I didn't have to press or pull or do anything. The only thing I did was take the tab out.
Yeah, I noticed it didn't say it was putting, but I guess the base station is still in setup mode from all the other stuff. Because before you were kind of doing these one at a time.
Right.
Now we're doing a bunch at once.
Device paired. Next. Button. Keypad. Choose a name. Name in your device popular name. Front door. Kitchen.
We're going to call it front door, I
We
guess.
already have a front door.
Updating device.
Yeah, but
sensor.
it's a front door keypad.
Okay.
Keypad.
It'll know the difference.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, you know, and it is kind of by the front door, so what you could do is you could get multiple keypads. And so,
Right.
like, let's say our side door was a door that we used to go in and out of.
We might want one.
We could have a
by that
keypad there as well. But we don't, because we don't go through the yard, because the yard sucks.
And we have to deal with Program Director Oliver.
Well, and just, I got to take you around the side of the house.
I've been down the hill, I believe.
No, but I've never taken you around to where the gate is. You have to see how horribly uneven it is. When you go around the side, you can sprain your ankle in like 5 places.
Ouch.
Like where your window is.
Yes.
It's really uneven and it's gross. I've gone back there once. I'll never do it again.
It is a good deterrent for burglars.
Yeah.
Choose a placement. Find a place on the wall inside your home by an entrance you commonly use.
So we know where we're going to place it.
Continue.
We're going to skip
Button.
this
Keypad.
stuff.
Clean surface and mount. You can use the screw instruction. Continue.
Yeah.
Button.
We're
Keypad.
skipping these. I will do this later today.
Okay. Your front door keypad is ready to go.
All right. Keypad's done.
Set up another keypad. Continue.
So
Button.
continue.
I'm done.
And then I'm almost done, but I want to see
Burglary sensor S.
if there are any settings on the keypad I should know about.
3. Entry. Motion. Glass spray. Arming
Oh, I have
devices.
to.
I'm done.
I have to hit I'm done. Here we go.
Done installing all of your devices.
Yes.
You can always add devices later on. Done. Button.
So I'm going to click done. It's going to restart the base station.
Alert. Preparing base station.
Preparing base station.
Alert. Preparing base station.
Alarm off.
Back. Button.
There we go. And now it's, so
Side door.
now
Button.
I can take my key fob and I can click.
Please exit now.
All right, well, we don't want to exit, so we're going to hit off.
Alarm off.
And now
Something beeped.
yes, you know what that was?
The keypad.
The keypad beeped.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. And then we've got buttons on the keypad, so
Let's see what those do.
all right, I believe that is off. You know what it's probably asking me for is the pin.
Oh.
So one of the problems with this is that you don't always know what it wants.
Alarm off.
So I believe what you have to do is you press the thing that you want.
And then enter.
Simplisafe on.
Oh.
Home.
Yep. So now if I want to, because I think what happens is after a certain amount of time, it goes to sleep.
Right.
And so like, let's say I want to turn it off. I can press
enter the
off.
pin.
Then I'm going to enter my pin.
Alarm off.
So you have to hit what the thing is that you want and then the pin, I think.
And is the left one off? Or
Yep.
the right one?
So it pretty much follows the off, home, away
From
methodology.
the fobs.
Yes. So it's going to be top left and then our pin.
Yep.
And
Add device.
That is cool that they're all kind of, they stay
Yeah.
uniform.
Panic.
so let me
Panic.
just
Bedroom.
look and see.
Keypad. Front door. Button.
So there's our front door keypad.
Button.
I want to see if there's any settings.
Device behavior. Panic button. Remove device.
Oh, and you
Button.
can change what the panic button does.
Panic button.
Interesting.
Button. Remove basic info. Head serial number. Serial.
Okay. So there's no settings that we care about. And the keypad itself, again, is you don't need it for a lot of other stuff. I'm going to take the plastic little...
It's more for if we have Ricky Ravioli coming in to water the plants while we're on vacation, he can enter a code and,
Oh.
I wonder if that's UPS.
I think that's UPS.
I'll go check that while you wrap up here.
Okay. So, I mean, I might be going out in a few minutes to record another podcast. So, that is a...
Oh, you're good.
Oh, okay.
I just was surprised, that I got this.
Yep. So, there we go. That is...
Front door. Entry sensor open.
Oh, no, the front door is open. So that's a little bit about Simplisafe. It took a little bit longer, but I hope that you have a good understanding of what this does. We will probably do a part 2, I think, with the outdoor setting up the cameras, because this is already really, really, really long. If you enjoyed this, let us know. And, okay. We get our ladder.
Yes.
I hope it's put together.
It's a small, it's a flat pack box.
Oh, God. Well...
It's foldable, so.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to go look at it, I guess. Okay. Well, everyone, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you later or something. I probably should have started this with, you're listening to, whatever. I don't know.
Well, I guess we could clip it in at the beginning.
Okay. So, yeah. Thanks for listening to 404 Site Not Found. We'll see you when we see you.